Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to show you the overload basketball offense that can be moved into a 5-out offense, which will allow your team to score more points, because with this strategy you're running two different offenses in the same set, which will allow you to create openings against the zone defense. So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. If you're new to this channel, on this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit that like button and subscribe. But anyways, today what I'm going to show you is something that is kind of an advanced strategy that I have used in the past, even with young teams that are like in grade 8, grade 9, like younger teams, and this works really well. Basically what I'm talking about is the overload offense. The overload offense in general is very good to defeat a zone defense because you're overloading the side, so you're really actually having like 4 players playing against 3 essentially. However, by running the overload offense into a 5-out motion, you're collapsing the defense but also stretching the defense out depending on how the other team is thinking, which will create many different openings to cut and drive towards the rim, or openings from the 3-point line area if your team can shoot the 3-point shot. So let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out these different plays that you can run that can go from a overload offense into a 5-out motion. Okay, so here we have the 2-3 zone defense, and they're not in their real spots right now, but we have the overload already started. So let's just move these players over to where they're probably going to be playing, just like so. And so what we have here is player 1, he's going to pass to player 2, and now we have the overload, where we have player 5 needing to play in between players 4 and 5, because if player 4 gets the ball, that's still players 5's zone, so then it would be a high-low pass for a layup. This is why the overload is so deadly, because it creates a lot of high-low passes between players 4 and 5, and because of that, you're going to get lots of layups from player 5, or at least that's what you hope. This also makes these bottom 3 players work really hard to defend the key or the low post. So this is why I like the overload. However, basically what we're looking at doing is having this offense move into a 5-out. And because of this, what we're going to have is once player 2 gets that ball, he is going to pass to the high post or to the low post, one or the other. If, for example, player 1 was able to get down quick enough where player 4 couldn't take the shot and player 5 was still covering player 5 blue, we're going to have player 2, he is going to go and use player 5 as a screen. Now when he's cutting along the baseline area, he may be open near the rim. If he's not, he's going to continue out. And now what we're going to have is player 4, he is going to pass back out to player 1. Player 1 is going to go dribble to the point, which is the top of the key, and player 4 is going to go set a screen down or set a screen on player 1. I personally prefer setting a screen on this player because player 5 is going to pop out. When player 5 pops out, he may be open for a 3-point shot. Hopefully he can shoot those. And then player 4 is going to continue through and go into his 5-out position, which is down there. Now what can happen is with the 5-out, we've collapsed the defense. Player 4 is probably still guarding a little bit lower. We could do a cross-court pass, but I always say don't ever do that. We could go to pass to player 1 and over to player 3. And because we have these 2 players open on this side, both of them may be open for a 3-point shot depending on which player 4 runs out to guard, which would then be an extra pass to player 2 for a shot, or player 2 could be driving for a layup. There's a few different things that can happen out of there. However, remember, when they pass along, they are screening away, which means that player 4 may be open as well for the 3-point shot, or he may have used both of these players as a screen if they're screening especially on the inside, and player 4 could be cutting across the key here for possibly a layup here as well. Or it could be a pass to player 4 that could collapse the defense, where player 2 is now cutting along the baseline, and this could be another sort of high-low pass to, or a post-to-post pass to player 2 for a layup. So there's many different options that can come out of this offense. And if you have liked this offense, definitely share it with a lot of your other coaching friends or your players. But I'm going to give you one more play right now. So against the 2-3, there's one more type of overload that I like to always use with my team, and that's passing to the post and initiating something that's very close to a triangle type of play, where player 1 would then cut down to this low wing area. And now we have a box here, but this is 4 players playing against 3. So there's always going to be a player open for a shot. Now, if player 1 is, for example, open down here in the post or low wing, player 1 can get that ball. That's going to bring player 3 down. Player 1 is going to be now guarding both of these players. But by having player 4 passing out, we're going to have player 4 screen down for player 5. And then he's going to be popping out to this 3-point line area. Player 1 is then going to pass back to player 2, and we're going to have player 4 setting a screen for player 1 on player 3 red, and player 1 is going to go and cut across the baseline. Now, if he's open anywhere along this baseline, hit him up for a shot. If not, he's going to pop out to this side. We're going to have player 5 set a screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to go up. He's going to use that screen. Player 5 is going to roll towards the basket. Player 4 is going to be popping out to this wing. And when player 5 rolls towards the basket, he may be open for a layup somewhere along here. If he does get the ball, it's going to collapse the defense, and we're going to have players over here open. But what we're going to have is basically having player 4 move up now. Player 5 is going to pop back out, and now we are in our 5-out, and you can run some kind of 5-out offense that you prefer. So pass and cut, pass and screen away, pass and screen 4. Again, like I've said in previous videos, in the comment section below, I'm going to pin my comment to the top, and it's going to be links to videos that have 5-out offenses that will help your team also run more plays. Now you're probably saying, why are you only showing me the 2-3 zone defense and not the 3-2? Well, here is the 3-2. We're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to change it up just a bit. So those plays that I just showed you will work against a 3-2. But let's also see one more that's specifically made for the 3-2 zone. So against the 3-2 zone, we're most likely going to have a double team up top. Now, we're going to go into something very similar with what I just showed you last time, because against a 3-2 zone, this whole area is super weak. So let me show you what I mean. We're going to have player 1 pass over to player 2. That's going to bring player 2 over. Player 1 is going to go then cut towards the low wing. And now we're going to be still having 4 against 3. Now what we're going to have is we will have player 2 pass to player 1. That's going to bring player 5 out. That's going to bring player 2 down and player 1 over. And player 4 is going to be guarding that middle area of the key. Player 1 is going to be front-facing player 5 most likely. That's usually what you see. And then we're going to have player 1 pass to the high post. And we're going to have player 5 setting a screen for player 5 red. Because of this, we're going to have player 1. He's going to be going and cutting baseline. If he's open down here in this area, definitely hit him up for a pass for a layup. But if he's not open, let's say player 4 is covering that spot, we need to see player 3 cutting back door. Remember, court vision is very key when trying to beat against or defeat a zone defense. And then if let's say he cuts and he's still not open, we're going to have player 1 continue through, player 3 to continue through. And now what we will have is player 2 setting a screen. Actually, personally, I prefer having a screen set on player 1. And player 3 will use that screen. He could be open for that 3-point shot. If he's not, he's going to be going and setting a screen on player 1. Let's say player 1 fought through, but player 2's there now. Player 2 blue is going to go and cut across the key. Of course, hit him up for a layup or a mid-range shot if he's open in that section. If not, he's going to go and clear out. Player 4 is going to clear out. Player 5 is going to clear out. And now you have stretched the defense wide open. And we have players who are open in the low wings. And we also can now run something like a pass and cut. So pass and cut, and he may be open, which will collapse the defense. And you can pass out to the wings. Again, I have shown the 5-out on another video. So again, go check out those comments below. But yeah, this is a fantastic offense strategy to run against any team that's running a zone defense. Now, I hope that these strategies help your team, and I hope that these basketball plays help your team win more games. If they do, let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another daily basketball video, because I do post new videos every single day. Up in this corner is the subscribe button. Up in this corner is the suggested video from YouTube that you might like, another one of my videos. But anyways, on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well, I show you individual skills training and sometimes workouts. And also, I have an Unbeatable basketball defense book. It's helped tons of coaches, so go check that out in the description below. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.